Dude, well, it's your one and only homie, Big Yogi, man. Checking in live this Saturday once again on WBOKRadio.com. Welcome to another edition of Encore Live. Of course, as always, I have my beautiful co-host from out of Tampa, Florida. With Team Music, we got Miss Music on the line. Today, as every other Saturday that we bring to you, we bring you the best. We promise that to you, and we do not fail. We bring you the best in entertainment, from the innovators to the up-and-comers to the people that have been in the game longer than some of y'all been alive. Some people that have been going for a long time. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure that you pay attention to the links that the artists that we interview drop so you can follow their music, you can follow their movement. Today, for people in my age group, for people in my way of life, my upbringing, we're giving you guys something that nobody else is bringing y'all. If y'all want to know how we really go to make sure that we keep this culture live and WBOK Radio brings you the best, today, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you Speech from Arrested Development, live and direct on WBOK.com. Mr. Speech, say what's up to the people, big brother.
What's up, my peoples? How y'all feeling out there? I hope you powerful, feeling good.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm still, I'm an MC myself, so, performing, opening up for people, I try not to be starstruck, especially hosting and being able to live host and not just over the ears. But before we went live, I was telling you, brother, like, I'm going to jump straight into it because I seriously, I didn't need to write any notes. I didn't need to do any research to interview you. I have just, and Miss Music, believe me, she does too. We're going to jump straight into this, man, because we got a little bit of a late start. Thank you, all the viewers that were patient with us. Live is live. This is not edited. We are live and direct for you right now. If you don't mind, Mr. Speech, I'm going to jump straight into. We gonna get in.
Okay. Good.
One of my first questions for you. I live in what we call the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Okay.
And a lot of things are on the news and everything about like the way that the culture's going, how there needs to be more big brothers, there needs to be more positive that have awareness of their culture and of their existence.
Yeah.
I feel like Arrested Development, your music with community, pride and ethnicity, not to hate any other ethnic group, but to have pride in self, songs like Tennessee, songs like Mr. Wendell, I feel like that music needs to be played now to bring awareness to the youth and to the culture. But do you feel that way as well? Do you feel like right now that music, because that's what makes it great. It's not that the music was good or great when you first put it out, but through all these years, that music still hits a chord in people's heart. Do you feel like your music was ahead of the time, or do you think it was necessary then and still necessary?
Always. We started the group because we knew that there needed to be more music that talked about our history, that talked about our present, and where we're going in our future. And also music that offered some solutions. And my mother, she's a journalist. So she owns a newspaper, the biggest newspaper in Wisconsin, called the Milwaukee Community Journal. And it's the biggest black-owned newspaper in Wisconsin. It has been for the last 40 years. She taught me years ago that our stories needed to be out there, and we needed to pass down our stories. And so that's what Arrested Development's whole initial point was. Like, we wanted to come out and tell stories, offer some solutions, and lift up the people and try to give us our right perspective of where we belong as a people, which is as we always were, dignified, literally the beginnings of this human race. These things that, to be honest, because of the whole slave detour, just got lost in the shuffle.
And see, I'm privileged enough that my manager, we work with some of the brothers that are part of the original Black Wall Street in America.
Word up.
Like Divine and those guys, so it's what you're saying is really, in my time, like I was an Army brat, so I started in Southern California, I got exposed to Texas, I went up into the Midwest and Illinois, and then I ended up out here, and through all of that, there was always a sense of culture in most of the places that I lived. It may not have been the black culture, but there was always a strong sense of culture that was open to invite people in. With the Hispanic culture in Southern California and Texas,
Yeah.
when I got up into the Midwest, it got very much Afrocentric. It wasn't a culture shock, but it was very much Afrocentric.
Yeah.
With like, I have a lot of people like one of the things that I say to some people is when they talk about like rapping, I'm like, okay, there's a few ways of putting this into perspective. You can either be into the hustling aspect, or in the hustling aspect of hip hop sometimes delves into like with the name Arrested Development. I'm going to ask that question too, but I would say some people have an incarcerated mindset. So a lot of people, they make songs because their mind is still incarcerated. They have that IC where even though they're free to roam the globe, they won't leave where they're from. They don't take their chances. They don't take their opportunities because the way that they feel like society perceives them, they put chains on themselves. Now, with that, I want to ask you, like, with the name Arrested Development, I already know what it means. I knew what it meant when the group came out. I knew what it meant through the music. I knew what it meant through the messages in the music. I knew what it meant through the videos that people watch and the videos that are still out there. But where did the name Arrested Development come from, and what is the true meaning from you of Arrested Development? You there? I think we lost volume on you, sir. We lost volume on you, Brother Speech. Mr. Mitchell, I'm not getting volume from Brother Speech right now.
Okay, I'm working on it now, seeing if I can get his volume real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
Okay.
Speech, if you can hear us, can you give us a thumbs up? If you can hear us, can you give us a thumbs up?
Can you hear me, Brother Speech?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you go live. There's going to be some technical difficulties, but we do still have the brother on live feed. We can see him quite well, as everybody that's tuned in live can see. We're going through a small sound issue, but we're going to work through it. We have plenty of time. We have as much time as the brother Speaks wants to give us for this. JR.
Yeah.
Sound just, let's see, I'm inbox him real quick.
Mm-hmm. You might need to log out and log it back in.
Ladies and gentlemen, for anybody that doesn't know, I say this on just about every Encore Live because there's some people that are into the new music. So there's some people that are into the new parts of the culture that are being introduced into the culture of hip-hop. And the people that we bring on the show are part of the people that made the way and paved the way for people to be able to have these genres that they're opening up inside of the culture of hip-hop. Anybody that doesn't know, Arrested Development was a group that turned heads. This is in the same era when people were making music. This is the MC Hammer era. This is the era when a lot of people praise Eminem for being the first Caucasian hip hop artist, but this is during the Snow era. This is during like the Vanilla Ice era where Arrested Development stepped on the scene, quality product videos, quality music, and they stepped out fully Afrocentric, unafraid. And instead of talking about destroying our community and breaking down the next man, they talked about having pride in your presence, treating your queen properly, being proud of who you are and who you're with, being proud of your culture. The music accentuated so much of the era where we were a little bit lost as a people. We're going back into that. That's why one of the first questions I asked Brother Speech was, I feel like the music that Arrested Development made, about 20 years ago? If they play that on the radio today, there's a lot of you all listening in that have Tennessee in your tape deck. When you're cleaning your house or when you're on your road trip, you hear that Tennessee. This is the brother that did that. We're talking about people. Arrested Development, I honestly believe that there's a competition. Wu-Tang is in the listing for that, for having the most members of one group. MC Hammer was just himself, but he brought a lot of people on stage. But Arrested Development brought a village to their show. You had, with the people that performed with them and filled that stage with them, you had to be lucky to get a seat in there to even watch what they were doing. We're going to go in very heavy about the thought process of the brothers, the overcoming the obstacles with the type of music that wasn't very much wanted at the time, but was very needed. And once they pushed through and dropped it, the feeling of that. Right now, while we're waiting for Mr. Were you there? All right, Brother Speech still isn't on. While we're waiting for Brother Speech to come back on, Mr. Mitchell, Ms. Music, if you'd like to, if we could drop a track right now so that people can hear who we're talking about, that can fill some of this time until we get this worked out. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's your one and only homie, Big Yogi. Yogi 1AO, man, coming to you live, Encore Live, every Saturday, 7 to 9. Every Saturday on WBOKRadio.com with my co-host with the most, you know what I'm saying, Miss Marlene, Miss Music from Team Music down in Tampa, Florida. We're going to keep it rolling. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned in. Do not forget to log on. If you're logged on right now, please don't forget to leave your comments. Say what's up to Miss Music, Politic Network. I'm here as well. Mr. Mitchell's on the line as well. So don't take this time that you're not seeing the person that we have on. Don't have that as wasted time. Take this time to network. Mr. Mitchell is the person that brings these people to the table. So if you want to know how to get your spins up, if you want to know how to get heard, if you have some advertisement that you want to have placed, if you have a company that you want to have placed on our show, because our show is just every Saturday, but WBOKRadio.com is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, lower 48 and overseas. These spins count. These interviews count. If you'd like to be on an interview with WBOKRadio.com with myself and Miss Music, if you would like to join the elite team of people that we interview, if you'd like to be able to tell people your story, if you'd like to be able to tell people about your music and why you make your music and your movement, get at me, man. We're not playing. My uncle out of D.C., he has a statement. He says, we're not playing fair. We're not playing fair. We're bringing you the big boys. We're bringing you the education and entertainment. It's not just a gloat about people's music that they put out or their career. We're bringing you these interviews so that you can be enlightened about how these people got through what they're going through while you're going through it. Most of my listening group are artists as well. Some are fans. What's up, fans? How y'all doing? We love y'all too. Salute, salute, salute. But for a majority of the people that tune in, they're in the entertainment business as well and different levels of it. And we work to bring you the education through people that are really doing this. I can tell you all day how to do something. You might listen. But when we bring on people that have been going 10, 20 years, I think you might want to grab a pen and paper whenever Encore Live comes on WBOKRadio.com. We're going to go ahead and have Miss Music. How you doing, Miss Music?
I'm good. Just waiting for you to let me drop that track.
Let's drop that first track.
All right.
WBOKRadio.com, Arrested Development, Brother Speech, Miss Music on the line. Let's crank, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go!
Go.
They up on a mission.
This generation, we all have our own race to run. But run, we must. Forward ever, backwards never.
Each generation must have their own revolution. You can't create one for me, and I can't create one for you. And we gotta go onward at the pace of love. Let truth be your fighters, let peace be your guns.
Yes, let peace be your guns.
We gotta go onward at the pace of love. Let truth be your fighters, let peace be your guns. We all have our own
Raise the powers that be to start a movement. Change will never come free, but you can do it. Let every single change come some improvement. At first seems strange, will soon become coolness. Innocent as does, but don't forget the shrewdness. Don't forget the marches, the riots, and all the students. Occupy Wall Street, a huge Tony movement, a black president. What's next? A woman too coming through. Hey.
Each generation must have their own revolution. You can't create one for me, and I can't create one for you. And we gotta go onward at the pace of love. Yes. Let truth be your fighters, let peace be your guns. We all have our own
These street guns with overpowered the villain. The love that was shared, it overpowered the violence. Voice of the people, it overpowered the silence. The Bushmaster could not kill our passion. The killer is dead, but the kids are everlasting. The past generations provided the opportunity, but this generation is fighting for race unity. One day, each generation must have their own revolution. You can't take one from me, and I can't take one for you. And we gotta go onward at the pace of love. Let truth be your fighters, let peace be your guns. Yes, let peace be your guns. Onward at the pace of love. Let truth be your fighters. Let peace be your guns. We all have our own race to run.
Hey.
Hey yo, Rasta no have time for trouble, got trouble subtract time for we. Now we do double and remember, nothing good come out of gossip. Last judge formally broke up, that's your ticket. Now people are turn suicidal, homicidal. Old tight king and queen, don't kick the bucket, check the most I make sure you burn up your idol. That's your business, feel like what me say.
This generation of revolution. You can't create one for me, and I can't create one for you.
You gotta
move onward at the pace of love. Let truth be your fighters. Let peace be your guns. We all have our own race to run.
To the generation, younger generation that is. Yeah, man, the headlines want to you.
We all have our own race to run.
Track here on T Music Radio. I mean, WBOK Radio. I'm still stuck on last night, dog. Yeah, that was the track from Arrested Development.
What y'all think about that? Let's see them comments start rolling.
I think it's hot, bro, for real.
I think so too.
Heck yeah, that shit was banging. Like, and not just that, but it made you want to dance. It made you feel like everything was okay. You know, it's like, you ever watched that show back in the old days called Weekend at Bernie's?
Yes.
I remember they were out on the beach and they had the music going and it just was like, you kind of felt like you was there. Well, yeah, it's got that, like, I could play that on the beach. I could play that in the car. I could play that when I'm taking a shower. I could play that while I'm cooking. You know what I mean?
I do.
I love it.
The vibe was awesome. The vibe was definitely a relaxation party vibe. But I know yourself as well, Miss Music. You're an MC as well, so I listen to the lyrics. I listen to the words and listen to the message. And what was very impressive to me is that through all these years, they stayed solid on their message of enlightenment. That song was that was a knowledge dropper right there. That was a knowledge dropper. That was so much about a lot of the things that need to be said, but not too many people have the fortitude to say, I'm in a position to make public music, and with this platform, I'm going to enlighten people adverse to do what's trendy. And that's something I've always respected about Arrested Development, and it's really heartfelt to see that they're still putting forth that effort to stand outside of the box and do what's necessary. Like the brother said, I had no idea. That's one of the greatest things for me. I get to learn so much about these artists besides just their music and where they're from and, what style and who they did features with and where their shows were. Like, who would know that Speech? That brother Speech's mom owns the biggest 40-year running black-owned newspaper in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That
If they would have known that.
Right.
How many
This is
you want?
it's. Go ahead.
I was just talking about Grammys.
Oh,
Like,
we're gonna go into that with him.
I'm just saying, if they did the research, they would know like how many Grammys he's actually won. So, song was in the top 500 songs. I mean, hitting the charts. You can go check that out. Y'all can find it on Wikipedia. You can find it on Google. Go check this. It's like a log that basically has the years they started and stuff like that. Is actually from their page. I went to their website and I was checking out their website.
Drop their website on them.
Mm-hmm.
Drop their
Right.
website on
Oh, it's adtheband.com.
them. And for
So if you want
everybody
to
that
check them
doesn't
out, you
know,
can.
they're down there in the South, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something I really want to address with them as well. Like Miss Music, you're down in the South. You're in the tip of the South. You're down in Florida. You know,
Yeah.
but with the way that what they're saying with the environment of culture in the South, to speak out about unity and to constantly speak about unity and enlightenment and educating and stepping up to be a part of your community. And if you're a big brother, be a big brother. If you're a positive brother, then be a positive brother. Don't just keep that to yourself. Spread that to people so that other people can step into those shoes when you're done. We're never done as long as we're alive, especially musicians. Our music, that's how we live forever. But with these brothers, they took the wool when everybody else was buying the Dookie chains, the big gold chains, and it was Mercedes medallions. You mean these brothers came up in the same time as us? It was running them. It was exactly. It was running them. It was LL. It was all the people that were. It was Big Daddy Kane. These are the brothers during the same time. R.I.P. But Heavy D was out then. They were rocking and blowing that out the water. But I want to ask. I want to ask you, Miss Music, where you live. I know that you relocated to Tampa. You lived a little bit further up north on the Eastern Pipeline. I call it 95 Strip.
I'm born and
But
raised from Tampa. My mother, she ended up moving to Tennessee, and
right,
I grew up with that song Tennessee. My mom's like, man, you gotta come out here. It's different. Yeah, I lived in Tampa my whole life, so I'm just a little city girl. So I'm like, okay, I was thinking about it, and then I started hearing that song Tennessee, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I grew up with that song. Maybe I should just go to Tennessee and try something new. So I went to Tennessee. I tried something new. I stayed there 7 years. I learned a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't have gone there, because it's the country. I was in dead rural white ass America. So
right.
yeah. So I mean, I got a lot of knowledge when I was there. I also learned, how to be able to survive out there, how to be stuck out there. So but it was time to leave eventually home because where my heart is. So I'm back in Tampa. My mom passed away, and
R.I.P.
I'm here now. So I don't know if I'll ever go back and visit, though. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know. We'll
Was
see.
What was it like for you when you like in your time when Arrested Development was on the airwaves? I mean, they still are on the airwaves, but when their first airwave push came, and how strong it came, and what was that like for you where you lived? Because I lived in a completely different region of the country when they dropped. What was it like for you? Like for me, it was uplifting. Like I wanted to play it, I wanted to hear it. It was in like when I would have Arrested Development in while I was listening to DOS Effects. You know what I mean? Like it was my blend was going wild. But when I heard that, it's like with Arrested Development, then there was Diggable Planets.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like, what was that like for you? Like where you were at, did it catch the same? Did you hear it all the time? And
We were kids. It took catchy stuff for us to pick up on it. So, you got people that, I guess at that time you didn't really know too much about other states. You heard of states. And a lot of times you like the states because you like the name or something. You know what I mean?
right,
You end up getting, this thing for hearing certain things that may make you like the song. Like you said, listen to the lyrics. We've been listening to lyrics since I was a young kid because we were always taught that if you listen to a song, you need to listen to it. So
yes,
not everybody does. But listening, they had a different, they had a really good positive vibe. Their style was unique. Um, they seem like very friendly, happy people that were going through adversity. I seen humbleness through their music. I felt some inspiration, but it was nice to see that when you're that young. Like we used to actually sit there and we could not wait to hear something new, something that was different, something that would just make us want to get up and go dance or be involved. And their music did that. Their music got us involved. It got us up. It got us dancing. It got us feeling good. It got us feeling great. And that's what music is about. Music, it's not just pain. It's not just all the misery. It's not just all the drama and the deception and the ridicule. and the hate. It's life that you have to absorb, and everything good and bad in it. So at that young, precious state of mind and age, to hear stuff that made us think of stuff like, the song Tennessee. I must be honest, it made everybody want to go to fucking Tennessee. That's the only reason why I wound up in Tennessee, is because of that fucking song. If it wouldn't have been about the song, I wouldn't have wound up in Tennessee.
For me, for me,
some type of comfortability that maybe I need to go to Tennessee and learn what they learn. So I packed my crap and I moved to Tennessee.
For me, the song Tennessee was more of a song that I would listen to when to me the song Tennessee expressed the need for release and escape. Like, you need to go where your heart is at, and in that song it talked about the stresses, the everyday stresses that people were going through, and sometimes it's, like they said, take me to another place, take me to another land, let me forget all that hurts me, let me understand your plan. It sounded to me, Tennessee to me sounded like a prayer that he made. It's like he wrote a song. It's like he said a prayer to the Lord, and it ended up being a great song, because to me he's asking for reprieve from his situations.
You got to understand. I understand where he's coming from. The only thing is I could not imagine being there at the time he was. Now, being there at the time I seen things that I was like, holy shit, is this still going on around here? Like, they didn't really get around. They really get away with this old shit. Like the time has changed. People move on. But if you go to some of these places, like where he was, and you have to go through what he goes through, just imagine what happening. What's still happening now is not as bad as what was happening that time he had created that song. I could see why he wanted to get out, because once I got in, I wanted to get the hell out too. But you got to understand, it's a learning process. And that was a learning process. If he hadn't learned that, he wouldn't have that song today.
What do you feel about now? Here's one for you, because it's always great having you on, because I don't just get they don't just get like the male MC music entertainer perspective. They get the female music entertainment perspective. On one of their songs that I really liked, it was the song that they were talking about respecting your woman. It was John Brown. I remember it. I'm scatterbraining because I'm going so fast right now, and I'm keep looking down to see when the brothers are going to come back on. But they in the song they talked about pride and presence, being proud of who you are, standing up to people that are. Like in the song, they talked about going to the park with your girl, and somebody, a thug kind of cat was disrespecting his girl, and instead of wanting to hurt the brother or break the brothers down, they enlighten the brother. Like, come on, man, this is my queen, you are my people. Like, let's rock with that. For you as a woman. During that time, and I mean, you were a young woman at the time, you were younger, what I'm saying? This was like development years for you and all. What did that translate that's the kind of dude that I want that's the kind of dude I want to have I want to be on that kind of guy's arm. I want someone that will stand up, be proud, but not be a destructor of society, but be an enlightener of the society. Did that hit that way for you? Did that affect the way that you processed or thought about who was supposed to be a man? And like when people said, I want to be your man, you're like, okay, well, will you stand for me? Will you stand proud for me?
It does give us a vision of what things should be or could be, and then we decide what reality we want and what we accept. But it did keep because what we listen to, what we hear, it affects us. Whether we don't want to imagine it or think about it, it does. We have good thoughts, we have bad thoughts. So when you're hearing music that's a little more positive and sounds like, that group's been through what I've been through, it does something. You know what I'm saying? It does something. It does something to be able to relate to music. It does something to be able to know that other people feel the way that you feel. So it's good to hear good music when you're younger, because you go through so many different changing of your hormones and puberty and men, growing into men, and they're changing. I mean, you got a lot of things going on at that age where you're just I think everybody when they're young just gets to a point where they're like, man, I just can't deal with this no more. But when you have positive music like that and you have music that speaks to you, sometimes it can keep you on point. It can keep you where you need to be. It just depends what you listen to. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you go and listen to headbanger, skull kicking, music, you're not gonna be in such a great mood probably when you get done hearing it. You want to go and punch things. But if you can train your brain, like when it talks to you and says, "Hey, you're a fuck up," you know what I mean? You need to tell the brain, "Hey, shut the fuck up." You know what I mean?
Whoa, whoa. Well,
You
Miss Music,
gotta
hold on.
brain. So if
Miss,
you're putting in gasoline, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
you won't burn it.
what's
If you
going on,
put
Mr.
in
Mitchell?
Hey, all is good. All is good. I got a special announcement. First of all, I do apologize to the viewers. Unfortunately, I was unable to get back a hold of speech. So what I will actually do will be, I will be in between time. We will actually probably go ahead and stop the broadcast here in just a minute or two. But I do have a special announcement to make before we stop this broadcast. Unfortunately, I
My
don't know what's
birthday
going on.
announcement.
Do what?
I said,
Oh,
Mr.
your
Mitchell,
birthday announcement.
for all the viewers, this is my birthday weekend. That's why I'm outside right now. I'm at my manager's house. And Mr. Mitchell, he said he wouldn't tell me to the end of the broadcast,
Right.
so I'm waiting to hear my birthday announcement.
Right. I tell you what, I'm gonna make you wait a little bit longer, buddy. Miss Music, I want you to play Speech's track 2, because if for any reason he comes in before the track comes up, then we will resume the interview. But if he doesn't come in, I'll go ahead and make the final announcement and make the very special
yes,
announcement
sir.
of our guest. Our guest we'll have in 2 weeks. We're gonna have a guest coming in 2 weeks, and you're gonna flip. Y'all gonna flip here in just a minute. So one thing too. And I got to inbox y'all on a couple of things that I need to
Yes,
talk to y'all about.
yes,
On a
sir.
couple of things. But we'll talk about that. But anyway, what I'll do is right after the song, we'll go from there. All right. Go from
Yes,
there.
sir.
All right. Track
For
2.
all, for all that don't know, that is Mr. Mitchell. He is the owner. He is the man that pays the bills here on WBOKRadio.com. So if anybody ever wanted to know the face behind the station and everything that happens on the station, that's who you all just got to see. What we're going to do now is, as Mr. Mitchell said, we're going to go ahead and roll into the next track from the brother's speech. WBOKRadio.com. Miss Music, take it away, girl.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to play their next track. If you don't know their music, you better get to it. It's definitely gonna be banging. We had played the first song, so I know y'all like that. And get uh, Yahoo here to open up and show me what I just had that it restarted. But anyways, we're having some technical difficulties over here today. I don't know why. Hold on, sugar. Let's leave it up. I don't know why it just rebooted. Live, live, live here on WBOK Radio. Sorry for the
Yes,
technical.
ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, this is not edited. We are live, so y'all get to go through it with us. Okay?
Yeah,
I think that's why we get so many viewers, because it's so organic. We're not faking with y'all. We're not faking with you all. We love you guys. We're gonna give y'all raw. We're gonna give y'all live.
I swear, like the laptop doesn't like the email running when the Hangouts is running. It really don't like anything because I had to sit right there and I pressed play and the whole damn email disappeared. I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, Jimmy Iovine time. Please send your comments. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you think about the broadcast. Let us know what you think about WBOKRadio.com. And please do not be afraid to send those emails through and send your support. Ask your questions. If you have some requests, we take those as well.
Yeah, they also need to submit their music. So make sure you jump on WBOKRadio.com and you look for submit your music and y'all can send your music into WBOK Radio when we have some shows.
Send your videos as well.
Tell me
Mr.
about the
Mitchell does the weekly top 10 videos. The weekly top 10 videos is a hot list to be on.
in it. Come on, bio.
Let's rock and
Boy, this
roll.
dragon suit. Tell them about it. Tell them about it. Oh, make sure you check out last week's interview here on WBOK Radio. We definitely we interviewed with Marshall Thompson
From the
from
Shy
the
Lights, the
Shellac.
OG.
Like I said, I'm always bad with seeing people's words. You could have George and I'd say George or something. Oh, it's what's me too. It's I
You
guess
know
the
what?
jewel.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We don't worry about the set track too. Don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. We're actually gonna get ready. I'm gonna make this last final announcement here. What we're gonna do. And, we're gonna take and okay. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? 2 weeks. First of all, our next listen, our next week's guest is you can announce the next week's guest, Larry, and then I'll announce who I'll do the surprise guest for the following week. You announce next week's guest, and I'll tell you who
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, the whole WBOKRadio.com family, make sure that you tune in next week. Next week, I have a brother coming on that y'all are going to learn a lot from. A brother from my region. He's from MoCo, what we call MoCo, which is Montgomery County, Maryland. They call him God of his city. Album already out. You can catch all that. But next week, we have Mr. Vito Brown from the Bank Entertainment. Yes, the same brother that just opened up the Youth Basketball League in Montgomery County. The brother a week ago that just opened up his restaurant with his cousin. The brother that is ahead of one of the most prolific music groups, indie music groups in this region, but has also been a Def Jam signed artist and still collects his royalties from that. Y'all want to learn in the region how to keep your business right and how to grow? Next week, for everybody that already loves Vito Brown, we have Vito Brown coming on next week, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know the comments are about to start blowing up, but y'all put in your comments. Make sure y'all comment and ask the questions. Let me know. Let me know the questions you want asked of Vito Brown. But next week, Vito Brown, the Bank ENT, MoCo's own, will be live on Encore Live on WBOKRadio.com. We are not playing fair. We are not playing fair. The week after that, what's my birthday present, Mr. Mitchell? Stop making me wait. Stop making me wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, the week after that, and I'm not at all trying to belittle next week's guest because that's very cool. We got Vito Brown. We're definitely going to make sure to give him the exposure that he needs and to make sure we play tracks never heard before tracks. We are going to play them here first, where you can hear them on WBOK Radio. The following week, are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? I want some drum roll. I want a drum roll there, Yogi. Ladies and gentlemen, the following week, WBOK, and you hearing right, you hear right, is going to have none other than, I think I want to take a break here, y'all. Y'all want to take a break?
I'm too old for this.
Okay, all right, okay, I'll get past. Okay, all right, y'all ready? You ready? Are you ready, Yogi? The following week on WBOK Radio, we are going to have the Sugar Hill Gang.
You lying!
Are you serious?
I thought I'd tell you.
Y'all heard that, right?
Y'all just tune in for the following week.
Week after next on Encore Live on WBOKRadio.com. Oh, salute the boss, Mr. Mitchell, HNIC Mitchell. Oh, the Sugar Hill Gang?
That's right. The Sugar Hill Gang.
Wow.
So just I want the crowd to see, and I hadn't posted that up on Facebook yet or anything like that, so nobody knows about it. The people that are here now, you are the first to get wind that the Sugar Hill Gang is going to be on WBOK Radio the following week. So make sure not to miss that.
We told y'all we bring you the best in entertainment worldwide for all my MCs out there. The Sugar Hill Gang live, bruh.
That's the original.
Who else is doing that right now?
What's
I
that?
say, who else is doing that right now except WBOKRadio.com? Oh my Lord!
I thought
Boy,
I'd give a
happy
special announcement.
birthday to me.
So let's
Jeez.
make that go viral. I want you know, as much support, you know, people supporting that and everything. So let's make that go viral if we
Oh, this is
can. So
about this is
definitely push
about
it
to be
out.
all the way
So
retarded.
so, but all
This
right,
is about to be all the way retarded.
we are going to go ahead and end the episode right now. But thank you all for tuning in. We do apologize for the inconveniences. In between time, what I'll do is I will definitely contact Speech and try to reset up another show. I do apologize for his sound. His sound went out, and I don't know if he thought maybe there was a problem on his side or what. But I did try to call him in addition to inbox him and everything like that, and was unsuccessful. But I will keep on it. And but all right, I thought I'd let you guys know that. So I will definitely be chatting with you. Chatting with you later. Thank you very much.
In case anybody takes the way that in case anybody takes the way like my radio boss, in case anybody takes that lightly, yes, this man, he gets on the phone, he talks to these people. We get to interact with them, but when y'all talk about who's really doing things in the business, y'all need to holler at Mr. Mitchell. I don't know how much more we need to do to give you your airplay worldwide, lower 48, to get your brand up, to get your views up, to get your listening group up. But we're working. We're working. Hey, salute the man that paid the bills, man.
Thank you.
Mr. HNIC Mitchell. Salute my teammate, Miss Music down in Tampa, Florida from Team Music. Your one and only homie, Big Yogi wanna yo, man. Salute the DMV, DMWV, all my people. Salute Cali, all my peoples out in Cali. And I got another one coming for y'all, too. Because like we told y'all, this is not just entertainers, man. This is people that are in the entertainment business. Boy, you just wait. Y'all tune in to find out who we gonna have next. But for now, we appreciate you. We salute you. We appreciate the love. We definitely appreciate the support. We can see the people that are viewed in. We can see the people that lock in, and y'all take the time and y'all have the patience for us, and y'all deal with our technical difficulties. But what we do is live and raw with the best in the world. From myself, the WBOKRadio.com staff, from my people up here where I'm at, to my people where Mr. Mitchell is at, to my people down there in Florida where Miss Music is at, we love you. Salute, shout out. We hope that we get to see you again. Keep supporting us, man. I mean, it's just little on me, but we doing some good things. Make sure y'all contact Mr. Mitchell. Submit your music, submit your videos. Work to get on that top 10 video list. I'm telling you. It does work. It does work. All right. For now, we're going to go ahead and let the broadcast go. Thank y'all for tuning in. Miss Music, if you have anything to say, go ahead and take it away, baby.
None but see y'all next week here on WBOK Radio, your hottest network coming live with the hottest stars. Peace out, y'all.
See y'all later. Take care.